Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 23 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Great War mod, and we are playing as Germany. This is the army with a state. So, in the last episode, the invasion of the USA continued. We are pushing further east much more quickly than we're going west, and our marine invasion up here seems to have stalled a little bit, although we are still pushing. Wow, they have packed a lot of troops into Washington. No wonder we're struggling over there. Although we are actually pushing them out in other locations, and we do have some additional troops in training ready to head over there. I've just noticed that we haven't actually taken the edge of Manhattan Island over there, so let's make sure we do that. Alright, so how are the training troops doing? That would be you guys. You are halfway. What else happened in the last episode? Well, we cleaned up the rest of West Africa over here. We are now going for Central. We are pushing down into South Africa. Wow, we are actually doing a lot better here than I had realised. Awesome. And then finally, India capitulated, as did Afghanistan. So we own a big swatch of land over here. We're just finishing up Bhutan and Goa, which was shipping in enemy soldiers. And also, we are going for Vietnam, which was at the time owned by the French. And we got a bunch of tanks from the Ottomans with which to do that. So cheers, Ottomans. In the meanwhile, I need more oil. Mexico is not selling me enough, so I'll have to buy it from the Ottomans, and that is a terrible return. We'll buy it from the Netherlands, sure. That should help there. And then chromium, yeah. I mean, we can buy it from the Ottomans without too much issue. How are we doing here? Like pushing north, we're not doing very much. You have no prep bonus, that would be why. Your prep bonuses are also pretty low. But I really want to take Washington. Like once we've taken Washington, I think I'll just let you have a break and a bit of a breather. Meanwhile, how are the Prussians doing? The Prussians are pushing over fairly strongly. You guys aren't doing badly either, actually. I might wait until these two have spread up there. And then try and cut off these bits here. In fact, I'm going to wait for you to leave, and then we're going to attack into here. There we go. See if we can break through that spot. And then with you, I want you attacking there to stop reinforcements coming in. I just need you to hold them at bay. And if we cut this bit off, then they won't be able to shift the troops through here, and then Baja California should die pretty easily. Mexico, oh no, that's Italy. Oh, it's getting me excited. Actually, I hadn't realised colours of Mexico and Italy are very close. I've never noticed that before. Are they the same order? Green, white, red. Green, white, red. They are. Huh. 10% more suppression. That is good for our suppression forces. Let's have a little bit more of that. We're down to 649,000. That is a big attack going on right now. I think it's the Soviets pushing into Russia. That civil war has been going on for a while. I mean, we could jump in and just spoil it for everyone, but I think we'll just leave it for now. You guys. Japan's doing another attack down here, so Japan's just being annoying. So I might need to get you guys on something like a garrison duty or something. And yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Marvellous. Let's just finish off those little spots. And there's another attack coming in through here. Great. Meanwhile, how are we doing? Alright, so that is the last of the West African stuff, at which point I can then reassemble where my fast units are going. So as soon as this has fallen, we'll need to give you some new orders. Probably to attack this and then push through. Maybe try to get behind the enemy lines. There we go, it has fallen. Let's give you a new order, which is going to be there. I would like you to spearhead through to here. I want you to do that a little bit further south. There we go. That's how I want you to do that. Prepare, get your prep bonuses, and then off we go. And we're going to try and trap as many of the enemies in between us as we can. And then hopefully that will prod Austria into being a little bit more forceful. Meanwhile, training. Oh, nearly done. Is my one-man special unit ready yet? As good as. Let's have you deploy and then put you in the training army, ready to head south. Okay, good stuff. America's trying to push me really quite hard over here in Maine, but that's not really getting them anywhere yet. Meanwhile, have we taken Washington? Oh, yes! As I am watching, we took Washington. Magnificent. Okay, the USA is getting further and further towards capitulation. 80% towards. Alright, so how is the USA push going? You guys are totally fine. You guys are totally fine. You guys are a bit low. Let's rest and recuperate for you. And then the Marines, I said I would allow you to recuperate. Get your planning bonuses back and then we can go again. Marvellous. Loads of motorised. I think we're actually suffering a bit of an infantry equipment deficit. Heavy artillery. I think we're making up numbers. We're up to 1,000 heavy tanks. Am I at the stage where it would be viable to add these? Minus 400. We're getting closer. Ooh, we sank an enemy destroyer. Nice. Ah, yes. The other thing is there's probably an airbase in Malta. There is. That's where they're bombing me from. Thank you, whoever pointed that out. Do they have an airbase here? No. Oh, and they have an airbase in Sardinia. Okay, so that's where they're able to bomb us from, but I don't think they're really doing that much with it. So, whatevs. Alright, how are you guys doing? You are building up prep, but really not very quickly, so I think we just need to kind of tell you to just go ahead and attack. I think we kind of just need to tell you to go. Something like that. We can pull some of you off as you're pushing through. Okay, so what tech was this? Still 21. We're actually running out of technologies to get here. Sure, some more submarine strength. Why not? You guys have virtually completed your objective. You guys have not. You didn't push through, but there is an empty spot right there. Take it, please. And that will mean that they are then cut in half, which would be very nice. Meanwhile, these battles... Oh, we were not won yet. You guys are struggling a bit as well, aren't you? Blimey. What are these Ottoman tanks made of? Really? Combat width of 8. Without even recon. Ottomans! Come on. You done yet? You are. So all of you, except for you. No, in fact. Deselect those guys. Put all of you in here. And then have you joining that line. Off you go. And then all of... Wrong army. All of you, with the exception of you, I will have joining that. And then 1, 2, 3. There. So you guys are all assigned to that. And then Flanders, you are all assigned to that. Marvellous. And you still have plenty of prep, so do you. Now hopefully we can actually get our ships through to there, that would be very nice. They are building up in Canada. They're definitely trying to do a counter-attack over there. Ace generation chance plus 25%. That is the final technology, so we can start getting these ones. I think I kind of want... I really don't think it matters. I haven't done much with aircraft at all. Strategic destruction, because why not? Sure. What are we lacking? Lots of chromium and lots of steel. So that would suggest to me that we are ramping up our tank production. And chromium from the Ottomans. In fact, once we've taken South Africa, we're going to have all the chromium we could ever want. More oil from the Netherlands. Sure. Why not? Okay, cool. We're attacking through here, even though we could attack through there and there'd be absolutely no one to stop you. Right, how are your prep bonuses? Still not quite there. More to the point, how are my reinforcements? You seem to be sailing in okay. Aha! War of Movement. Plus 15% breakthrough for the tanks and armor variants. That's going to be extremely helpful for the fast units. Then, what do I want to go for? See, unlike a lot of people, I really do like the Grand Battle Plan doctrine. But I think that we are going to be mobile warfare because we are building a lot of tanks and stuff. And we're Germany. So at that point, even though we will be a little bit under in terms of numbers, but it'll only actually be 200, we're going to edit this. We're going to add that one unit of heavy tanks, and we're going to remove that one to keep the combat width of 20. Organization is still pretty reasonable, 38, 160 hit points. And we're going to be short 272 tanks, but I think that is totally fine. So this is a very strong unit, and we're adding 26.2 points of armor, which is huge. That's going to be very hard for enemy armies to shoot through. And those Prussian armies are never going to be very fast anyway, and they've now just got a big bucket load of wallop. Plus their breakthrough should have gone up. I should have really seen what the breakthrough was. Breakthrough is 86.9 compared to the infantry division's 32. So yeah, the Prussian armies are really the way that we break any resistance before us. It's going to take them a little while for those tanks to arrive, so we will wait patiently for that to happen. Or not so patiently, as the case may be. Have the extra men arrived yet? No. You are in fact being intercepted by a single destroyer. You do have units on patrol. Most of you got through. You may lose a division or two, I don't know. How are you doing? See, you've got most of the tanks already. We sank a Japanese submarine. And, oh, there it is. 2 Italian convoys. Another German division of some description. Aha, so you guys are really pushing through. Suffering a bit of resistance there. Let's try here. And now our units are filtering through. Attack that and then we'll have some more supply. Half of you, I want attacking that. Because once we punch through these two, all of these guys will be isolated and we can just squish. Cool. Didn't lose anything. Sank another submarine. I approve. Sank another 2 submarines. I heartily approve. We lost 9 destroyers. They lost 3 battle cruisers and 5 aircraft. That was a good battle, actually. Okay, so reinforcements have arrived. They are continuing to attack and not really doing much on either front. And all of the Marines are now here and on full strength. We're just going to wait for them to build up their plan bonus, which really won't take very long. Still 1921. Tactical bomber. Sure. Ooh. They are trying very hard to bomb my incoming convoys. And thankfully, failing. So hopefully that means that my Prussians have got their tanks in now. You have 33 of the 40 tanks promised. So I think that is going to be most of them. You are at full. Prep bonus. Attack. You'll move slowly, but I don't think much stuff is going to be able to resist you when you do get moving. which is awesome. And then the other thing I want to do is really build up the number of armoured cars that we have and try and add armoured cars to the infantry divisions. There we go, United States capitulated. Wilhelm II has announced that the cowardly American nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country. The American government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Huzzah! Oh, and I took the East Coast. Yeah, you can have that, Mexico. I got the best bit. It's fine. I even got Chicago and Detroit. That's like the centre of industry in this era. Sweet. Okay. Well, I would say that is the end of this series. I've achieved everything that I wanted to achieve. Yes, I could go to war with the Soviets. Yes, I could go to war with Japan. But honestly, that just sounds like a massive grind to me. Although I kind of would like to see how my newly upgraded Prussian forces handle that situation. Are you regular infantry? How many units does the Soviets have? 400 and something. How many do I have? It would be roughly equal. Except for the fact that I have the rest of the Axis, not the Axis, the Central Powers. Nah, I'm done. What does China have? China's usually pretty weak in this era. Yeah, 200, 180 or so. So I think that is it. I'll need to think about what I want to do next. I already have an idea, actually. So I will see you for that. We are going to be continuing the Army with a State Legacy, because I'm actually really enjoying playing as Germany. But this time I will not be using a historical war flag for the Germans, because I don't want my YouTube videos to keep on getting flagged ineligible. Sorry, that was a terrible pun. Flagged ineligible for monetization, because it's just a massive headache to have to appeal every single video that I then try and publish. So stay tuned for the next stage of this ongoing saga, the saga that I had not intended to be a saga but has somehow become one. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this and are looking forward to the next one, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then please do consider subscribing. It really does tremendously help the channel out. And if you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.